Alright, hello everyone, Krydax here. Welcome to our Thursday night stream of Satisfactory. Hopefully, our internet will maintain its bitrate and we won't have any of the issues we had last time. Living in an apartment complex, I think, has its drawbacks. For some reason, it's just not consistent, and I don't really know if there's anything I can do about it. But hopefully we'll get some good streaming in tonight. Get some more things automated. In our last episode, we got cut off right as we got computers, and I think I went for a couple minutes before I realized the stream had totally died on me. So we got all of our objects in. I think I was building this conveyor lift right here for cables right before we got cut off. So then I just attached everything to the manufacturer, powered it up, turned it on, and we are officially automating computers. So there you go. We have computers. And I need to belt computers over to our little storage area as well, which I don't think I have any free spaces left. So we will add in a couple more storage containers here. I think 2 spaces is my amount. And then I would like to do the same thing I did here. So I have all my inputs come to here. Though this, what is this? Quartz crystals, those are kind of getting in the way. I also just realized I have no need for quartz crystals in terms of things I grab. So I'm just going to remove this altogether. And should I just put computers in their place? Like, I don't think I have any need for this. I think I did this without really thinking about it originally, and I needed a few hundred for a few research chains that I needed to do. But the more I think about it, the more I realize I do not need quartz crystals. So I'll just put computers in that box instead. These are a waste of my time. And I should probably get rid of a few other inventory items. Like, I have a lot of circuit boards. I guess I can just put those in the awesome sink too. Get a bunch of extra points. We'll keep 200. Nighttime is so pretty in Satisfactory. The music's peaceful. The moon is out. It's just so nice. Alright, so is this belt upgraded? Yeah, that's as fast as it can go. 200 something per minute. We'll get rid of the rest of it in a second. But I wonder how many coupons I have. I have 10 available. It looks like I've been getting about 1,200 a minute from the petroleum coke that we set up earlier. But then I must have capped out on plastic or rubber or something, because it looks like that stopped producing. Alright, so our short-term goal was to get tier 4 belts. So we are going to select that as a milestone, and let me go get the computers attached, because we forgot to do that. And I think what I'll do is actually put a stackable pole right next to this. And we'll go up here, across, and then down to, well, where was the quartz coming in? It was this one. So we kind of need this to come, like, out to the side, almost. Wonder if I can just do a quick little loop-de-loop. Yeah. And then we can put a conveyor lift on that guy. And have that come to, I guess, underneath this one. Because will it go through? Yeah, that would be clipping, which I don't love. I actually hate it. Clipping is the one thing I will not settle for. So then we'll have that maybe come to here. Of course, I built the conveyor the wrong way, and you can't reverse direction when you're building conveyors, so it kind of... So like I just built from bottom to top, which means it's going that direction. Which is a small frustration I have, because you can't build top to bottom. So how am I supposed to do this? I don't even know. How? Can you reverse it? How have I done this before? Oh, it's because that belt. So if you build a conveyor without a direction, it will let you kind of put an input into it, and then it will switch direction. I think that's how it works. So if we attach... No, it still won't let us. Okay, something's funky. No, wait, the direction should be correct. It's that... Yeah, here's the issue. We just have to come up from the storage container. Yeah, and then if I build the conveyor lift now, it knows what direction it's going. It's coming in. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Had a little brain fart. Brain stopped brain-elating for a moment. Okay. Attach that, and now we've got computers. Beautiful. Let's just make sure everything's still running. It looks like it. I think circuit boards were the one question mark. No, I think I fixed that. So I think we should be good. The only question mark on computers and heavy frames both is the screws, because I don't have enough steel beams. So I should probably improve my steel production. That needs to be on the to-do list, for sure. But other than that, I think we're good. They're just produced very slowly. They're worth a lot of points, though, so if we end up with a few thousand, we can always get some awesome points from them. Alright, so I need the rubber. I can give the rubber, and we'll go grab some more industrial beams. Make sure I have enough of everything else while I'm here. So heavy frames are being produced a bit slowly. Make sure we've got 50 motors. And now we've got some computers. Sweet. Let's re-up our cable subscription to 400. Our wires to 1,000. Concrete to 1,000. Copper sheet to probably just 400 is fine. Rods to 400, reinforced plates to 100, screws I don't need, iron plates to 400. And that should be plenty of building materials. And I should go grab some quick wire, because that gets used for the power pole Mark IIs. And soon, now that I have computers, or I mean, is it circuit boards? I don't know. I unlocked something that will let me get the tier 3 power poles soon. I think it's actually high-speed connectors, I think. So I need to go check that out at some point. But alright, so what I'd like to do is unlock tier 4 belts. The problem with that is we need 100 computers. Those only make 2 per minute. So we'll be waiting 50 minutes. So I'm not really in the business of waiting 50 minutes for things. Do I have more? Oh, look at that. Maybe I won't have to wait as long as I thought. We had some computers collected from the past. So that's nice. Right. So now I only need 9 more. So that should be just a few minutes. And let's check high-speed connectors. Oh yeah, I did the color gun. I forgot about that. So now I need to research color cartridge with 100 leaves. Do I have 100 leaves? Oh yeah, I have 500 leaves. Plenty of leaves. Ka-ching! Alright. So we've done pretty much everything except for sulfur and a little bit of the deuterium and quartz chains. So this guy, I can do radar towers once I have 100 oscillators, which I will need to automate. I do not want to handcraft 100 of those. Or maybe I'll just do that off screen at some point. And then we can get radio signal scanning, which would be very nice. And it looks like I can do that actually without the radar technology. So I just need 50 crystal oscillators. Anyway, this guy, power switch, I don't really need, not right now at least. Supercomputer, and then power poles. Okay. So I don't really need supercomputers right now. I do want power pole Mark III. So I need 100 high-speed connectors. What goes into a high-speed connector? A high-speed connector requires a circuit board, 10 cable, and 56 quick wire. Okay, that's intense. So we need 5,600 quick wire for 100 high-speed connectors. Interesting. Interesting. So I need to automate my... get rid of my quartz. I need to automate deuterium, is what I'm realizing. Which means I need to automate sulfur, because sulfur will unlock explosives and we can blow up those rocks to finally get deuterium. So maybe that's what I'll do first. I'll unlock tier 4 belts real quick. Oh, I forgot about that hotkey. I just did that on accident. Computers are here. Yes. Okay, 9 more is perfect. Finish unlocking tier 4 belts. Perfect.
Milestone reached. The fuel generator will match power generation to the increased consumption of recently acquired technologies and buildings. Additionally, improved conveyor belts and lifts can now be constructed. Deuterium scanning unlocked.
And I'll probably grab like 6 of these because I want to make tier 4 belts. Maybe 7. Because tier 4 belts are the bomb. Okay, so tier 4 belts are here. Look at them. Just look at them. They got those rivets on them. They kind of have like little walls to keep stuff from flying off. Okay, so we need to put that as 3. Conveyor lift Mark 4 as 9. Don't ask if I have any rhyme or reason to the numbers, because I don't. And now check this out. This is what we've all been waiting for. Is the launcher of jetpack proportions. So we can just do a little slide jump off that and go like hundreds of meters on one little jetpack launch. So what I like to do is just set up little launching stations of these tier 4 belts, and then that's how I get around the map. So like we'll launch off this and we can get most of the way to our oil. And you get bonus points if you can launch from a higher elevation, because that helps, you know, you get farther. Yeah, it looks like our plastic is backed up, mostly. But we've got some fuel here. Probably don't need more than 100. I'm not going on a long trip. And I'll upgrade this guy to be fast launcher. Do a little slide jump. So I generally deploy until I kind of run out of jetpack juice, and then I'll make another one. So like right about here seems like a good place to have one. And what I'll do is I'll take some of these foundations. I usually do 2 or 3 foundations long, depending on the amount of space I have. I prefer 3 because it just gives you more space to like land on it and kind of have a comfortable, I don't know, just have a second to recuperate your jetpack fuel and make sure you have space to slide jump. But you can make it work in just 1 foundation even. Okay, so we'll jump off this guy. Keep working our way across the map through the arch. And right about here is the next one that I'll need. And let's see where sulfur even is. Okay, I thought it was closer than that. We're still a little ways away. So I'll put another launching station. Bam, bam. I really wish I had drones. That's apparently a thing. That they released in the most... In this update, in Update 4, they released drones, and I really want them. Because that would be the easiest way to get this sulfur back to base. Which direction even was it? That way. Okay. Pretty much a straight line. So let's see if we can get 780 meters on one jetpack flight. We've got an elevation issue. It's a bit of a problem. I made it a decent amount of the way. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Probably a ramp? No. We'll do a foundation first. So then we'll put a ramp right here. So this will kind of be where you land. And then you'll go up to hopefully, yeah, a little level area. And then we'll launch again right here. And you, Mr. Tree, might just be in the way. So you're gonna get chopped down. I love the chainsaw. It's kind of sad that you don't really have a need for it after you graduate to coal-powered generators. Okay, we'll do one more scan for sulfur. And we should be close. Alright, so it's just on the other side of this area. Look at that. Oh yeah, I forgot. I actually was here already at some point and grabbed some sulfur. And I just forgot to come back for it. Okay, so we need to build a... what are they called? Wow, brain's really not brain-elating today. Oh, we need to build a miner. And then get some power going for it. I do have power nearby already, because this is where the... I don't even know what's up here. Is it coal? But something's really close. I just saw it. Yeah, it's just over here. Is the coal. Oof! Barely made that. Okay, so we'll just come up here. And we'll just attach these power lines. Probably too far, yeah. Gosh, the jetpack makes things so much easier. I love it. I didn't notice this was clipping. That's unacceptable. Die, you plants. Okay, so now we need to bus the sulfur all the way back to base, which I don't love. You know what? Maybe I won't. There's a thought. Because sulfur... Well, we need compacted coal. Sulfur gets mixed with coal to make compacted coal, and that goes in a couple different things that we may end up using in the base. But mostly you just use it to make black powder and stuff, which I could do right here because we have the coal right here. But I guess we'll connect it. It's just a bit unwieldy. Okay, so we'll make a belt here. And then the base, I guess we just kind of go straight back to base with our conveyor belt. Nothing too interesting about it. So we've already got sulfur. I wish there was a way to build while we were flying. That would be sweet. Okay. You know, I'll just stick with the max height conveyor, because that feels like a good idea. And we'll just build it right next to the coal. Oh yeah, we almost have gas masks. That's something I could do in this episode, is go fetch some, is that clipping the power pole? It's not. Look at that. It goes just underneath. I could go fetch some mycelia, which is like the mushroom things. Guess we gotta go around that power pole. But we need like a few hundred more mycelia to be able to actually build a gas mask, because the gas mask itself takes a ton of fabric, I think. Oh, right. This coal is not going to the base. It's going back to our coal power plant. Of course, there's poison on this rock that I just landed on for no reason. Convenient. So probably I'm going to undo a couple steps of this and go around the other side of this big rock. Yeah, I can just go this way. So we'll diverge and go straight towards the space elevator. I probably just should have gone that way the whole time. I was being dumb. It did look nice for a minute, I guess. We're building conveyor belts. It's super boring, but here we are. Okay. This game is incredible. Just look at it. I mean, just look at that space elevator and this giant archway. So cool. I love it. Even though the building sometimes gets a little tedious. Oh, that's a huge hole that I don't want to fall in. So let's not do that. I'm just so happy to have the jetpack. It makes life so much easier. It's pretty rare for me to ever unequip the jetpack. You unequip the jetpack when you need a gas mask, first of all, or a hazmat suit when you're dealing with nuclear stuff. And then every once in a while, there will be a time when you will be better served to have the Blade Runners. But that's pretty rare. Okay, so we'll avoid that mining patch right there. Because I will want to mine that limestone at some point, I'm sure. Alright, well, we did a lot of hard work, but here we are. Sulfur has arrived. And you, sir, are not long for this world. Can you even shoot straight up? Oh, you can. Okay. I thought for a moment he might not be able to hit me. Alright, so we want to, I guess, start with just a storage container. Because we need a bunch of sulfur for research. So we'll just watch that flow in for a second. The speed of these tier 4 belts is just very satisfying. And once we get aluminum, oh my gosh, tier 5 belts, I forget how fast they are. I think it's like 700, 800, 900. It's something crazy. Needless to say, you can go very far with your jetpack. Okay, so I will grab that sulfur, and we'll go ahead and see what we can research with it. I also need 25 coal. Interesting. I don't actually have coal stored up anywhere, but I guess I could just grab it out of the foundries because they're probably stuffed. Alright. Yeah, we'll just take the coal out of these guys. Did I not get... I guess I didn't grab that one somehow. Okay, there we go. Alright. Upgrade you to... Oh, dude. Well, I wanted to upgrade that to Mark IV so I could go launching off of it, but then we ran out of inventory space. Gosh, that's just such a fast way to get from place to place. Okay, so now we can research black powder, which is awesome. And then we need 50 black powder to go forward. Now, black powder, I believe, is just coal and sulfur, so I'm gonna be a barbarian and just put some stuff down here. We'll put the coal in that one, and then we'll power this up. And you are making black powder. There we go. It's kind of slow, 7.5 per minute. Man, let's speed that up. Where are my, what are they called? Power shards. Although I also just remembered we kind of have another issue potentially in the base, which is power. We'll have to check... Oh, these aren't batteries. Where are my batteries? Over here. I guess I don't even need to actually go to the batteries. We can just click on a power pole. So the batteries are only 77% full, because we are continuing to consume more than we're producing. But if I'm... So these still have 77 megawatt hours. So I think the average consumption is looking around 1100-ish. So we need 200 megawatts. So these can provide a lot. It's saying time until empty is like 1 to 2 hours. So I will need to deal with that. Don't get me wrong. But I don't need to deal with it right now. So I will grab a couple power shards. We'll get the black powder stuff figured out. I should also think about what I'm gonna do next. I'm almost finished with tiers 5 and 6. That's crazy. Feels like we just got here. So I can get pipeline Mark IIs, which are gonna be nice because they can handle 600 fluid per minute, which means I only have to build half as many, which is extremely nice. And then pipeline pump Mark II with a head lift of 50 meters is incredible. You only need like one of those. Unless you're going really high up, of course. And then monorail train technology. So I've never done trains before, so it could be fun to try that out. I'm guessing trains are actually nicer than trucks because you can essentially build a train to a really far part of the map, and then maybe connect like 5 or 6 freight cars, and then you could bring back like 5 or 6 resources. So you could bring back maybe like you could bring back oil because it has liquid capacity. You could bring back quartz. You could bring back sulfur. You could bring back coal. Because sometimes those resources are really far in between them. So I think the fact that you can bring back multiple resources, even though you only have to set up one railway, that's what really attracts me to trains. Because with belts, if you want a new belt connection, you have to make the belt all the way there. And with trucks and tractors, same idea. If you want a new connection, you have to drive the whole route once. But with trains, you could set up a big train network, and then you only need to add a train station and like a connection to the rail network. So I do like that idea. And then we'll need our space elevator the next phase. But I also need to check out coloring so I can maybe color belts or something. We'll heal up real quick. What do we got? 27 black powder? Not quite enough. I'm gonna handcraft some. I wonder how fast it handcrafts. Only 2 clicks. Perfect. Okay. Well, so far, the internet connection seems to be holding stable. 0 dropped frames. That's good. We'll see if it continues. Alright, black powder. What you got for me? Volatile applications. I like the sound of that. Oh, look at all this good stuff. Also, volatile or volatile? I don't actually know. It's kind of like saying the word mountain, you know? Is it mountain or is it mountain? Or is it both? In any case, so detonator plus explosives. We have pretty much all the things we need for that. We just need some more black powder and a few of the scanners. And then there's the rifle and rifle cartridges, which are awesome. And we can also unlock that with everything that we have. I want to start with explosives so I can unlock Caterium. So let me get 5. It's kind of weird. I need 5 object scanners, which need screws. So let me go grab a stack of screws. And we'll see what's going on. Okay. Object scanner. Five total, that should do it. And research. Nobelisk or Nobelisk? Probably Nobelisk, like obelisk. I don't totally understand why they're called that. It's a strange name, but cool enough. Reminds me of the obelisk of, what did they call him? Obelisk of Light from Command and Conquer? Or did they call him Obelisk of Nod? Maybe that's why they're called Nobelisk? Maybe it's a reference? Or it has nothing to do with that and I'm just making stuff up? Who knows? We'll put the rest of our coal in here. I do need coal to actually be coming in. So I need a splitter on my coal, and then I need to bring it over. So the coal is all the way over here. And what I would really love is the ability, and you just, as far as I know, there's no way to do this, but you guys will have to let me know if I'm wrong. Oh, I'm out of industrial beams. You know, I maybe should cool it on the Mark IV conveyors because I'm not super rich in the encased industrial beam world yet, so I should probably build some regular ones. Anyway, what I was trying to say is I don't know if there's any way to have 2 resources on one belt nicely, because you can just do a merger and it will merge properly, but only if the inputs are nicely balanced in the first place, right? So like if you... Is that clipping? That looks like it's clipping. No, it's actually not. That's perfect. So like if you run out of one input, let's say I balance coal and sulfur, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. If I put those on a merger into a belt, then the problem is I'll only get 1 coal alternated with 1 sulfur if I have exactly enough coal and sulfur. If I ever run short on one of them, then it'll give me incorrect ratios. So that's kind of... It just makes it difficult to like provide 2 resources on one belt, even if the rate, the rate that the belt can handle is fast enough. It just doesn't quite work. And I guess we don't need a container now that we've connected this up, so we'll actually change this around a little bit here. And we'll just connect that up. Okay, so that'll give us enough black powder to blow up the whole planet. Albeit, it'll kind of happen slowly. We will have plenty. And the MAM just finished. I believe I need a little bit more than 65, though. Oh, we also need to output this. What am I doing? Crazy talk. Okay, so that needs to be on a conveyor. We'll build a Mark II conveyor. It's been a while since I built one of those. They've been feeling left out, I think. Okay, so I'm researching boom booms. Okay, we need a little bit more black powder though. So we'll craft that real quick. I'm excited to make things go boom. Alright, I think we just need 100, but I'll craft the rest of my sulfur so that my inventory forgives me. I also need to get rid of a couple things from my inventory here. Taking up extra space. Oh, I also have a bunch of plastic. I forgot about that. Let's get rid of that. There's no reason to be holding 1,200 plastic. Wow, I'm up to 19 coupons. We're gonna have to spin those puppies. Cool walls. The conveyor wall mount and pipeline wall attachments I actually might use at some point. And then the cool foundations, again, to make things look nice, I might use at some point. The cart is cool, but I also don't ever really use it. And everything else is just stuff I can already craft, so not much of a point in buying that. Alright, so we'll go to the MAM, we'll research our explosives. Sweet. Oh, wow. +6 inventory slots? Sign me up. And then +1 hand equipment slot. That's super nice. And then I will research the rifle. The rifle's weird. It does a lot less damage than the rebar gun, but it's nice because it's a much more conventional gun, just in the sense that you point at things and pull the trigger and it hits them. You don't have to, like, aim carefully, you know, because the rebar gun, it has, like, a little bit of lag time for the projectile to arrive. So you don't have to really worry about that with the rifle. And I think overall the rifle does more damage per second. But I really want those 6 inventory slots. So we'll just craft a little bit more black powder here. Not the most interesting thing I've ever done with my life. But hey, look on the bright side. At least we are gonna have an extra hand slot so I can hold 5 things. But of course, you can't research a body slot, so you could equip 2 body items at once. Now, okay, let's be honest. I understand maybe the game balance of not wanting to let players use Blade Runners at the same time as jetpacks. What I don't understand is why you can't use a gas mask at the same time as Blade Runners or jetpack. Because literally, if you look, there's only 1 slot here. And literally every different thing you can make has to go there. So the gas mask has to go here. The hazmat suit has to go here. So I could understand maybe not wanting the hazmat suit to be used with jetpack or Blade Runners because it's like a whole suit that covers your whole body. But a gas mask? Why on earth would that interfere with the jetpack? It just makes no sense. Like, the gas mask is something that you should be able to have equipped at all times. Unless you maybe have the hazmat suit on. That's just my personal opinion. Hot take of the day, maybe. You guys might disagree, but I don't know. That one doesn't make sense to me. Alright, let's get these 6 extra inventory slots. That'll give us enough inventory basically forever. And then let's see what we need to craft. I guess they're probably in the equipment workshop. Craft some boom booms. So I can make 10 already. So let's just go ahead and make those. And then we'll need to see... Actually, I'll just make 5, because I probably need... the detonator needs some... Oh no, it just needs 5 object scanners. And some more encased industrial beams. So we'll grab the encased beams. I really wish I could make little signs to label these things. Can never find anything. And then I need 5 more object scanners, which need screws, which I still have plenty of. I should probably make 6 so that I still have 1 left over to actually use when this is all said and done. Look at that. I used up all my beacons. So we'll make a few more just to have them on hand. Alright. Oh, wrong place. We are crafting a detonator. Now I think you only need 1 detonator, if I'm remembering that correctly. You never need to craft more than 1 of those. Oh yeah. Bam. So let's go booming. We will boom some rocks. Whee! Perfect shot. Look at that. Right on top. And... Can I not go kaboom? Oh, I have to reload. What? I'm confused. Oh, I right-click. Haha! Nice. Beautiful. Okay, next. Toss and kaboom. Oh, that feels so good. Sweet. Alright, well that was a lot of effort to automate Caterium, but it was worth it. I need to pick up all these miners, which will probably have me running out of inventory space. No, maybe not. And then I need to craft a miner real quick. Oh wait, no I don't. I just picked up about 50 of them. Okay, miner mark 2. That should be facing slightly different. Okay, there we go. Power it up. We don't have any power down here. Is it working? And I think this is pure Caterium, so yeah. We'll get 240 per minute out of that. Even more if I want to overclock it. So there we go. So now we've got infinite quick wire, so I will go ahead and put a storage container to store the quick wire. Now that's making 15 ingots per minute. This uses 12, so they're pretty closely matched, actually. I might double this process, just because eventually I'm going to have some things that care about... What am I trying to say? That care about quick wire. And at least the way it is right now, I don't know if one quick wire crafter is enough. Okay, that's not quite lined up. That should be lined up. Okay, quick wire in, quick wire in. Power attached. Upgrade that power pole. Power attached. Okay. Because we were just looking at how I'm going to need, like, what was it? 3,000 or something quick wire. So I should probably start producing it a little faster. So that's quick wire, and this is Caterium ingots. And that should get us 120 quick wire per minute. Which should be plenty. I don't really think I'm going to use more than that. That does not need to be my core belt. Alright, so back to grabbing some more black powder. And then I have 50 coal. Let's grab another 100 sulfur. I would like to research the gun as well while we're here, since we're kind of doing all the different sulfur objects. And now we have so much inventory space. I will put all my Caterium ore in the... whatever this thing's called. We'll feed it those miners too, why not? Alright, what's next? Sulfur research. I would like both of these. We'll start with the rifle. It needs 100 pipes. So I will feed you 100 pipes. And then the next one, we need 200 of the black powder. And then that will research almost instantaneously. So we'll craft our 50 black powder while that research is completing. So I guess that's why the sulfur chain gives you an extra equipment slot, is so that you can carry the detonator without having that be like a penalty, because now we'll have a 5th hand slot, so we can have the detonator too. I mean, I guess there's a lot of different equipment, so it makes sense that there's... Why are there circuits in here? It makes sense that there's, you know, 5 hand slots. That's fair. Okay, so we need 200, so I still need some more sulfur, and I need 100 for that one. So I need a total of 300 black powder. So I will do just a little bit more handcrafting. Grab 100 sulfur, 100 coal, and 100 more sulfur. And that should get us all the black powder we'll need for these researches, and then I can craft the rifle. I can get rid of the rebar gun once and for all. Though I do... At least last time I played, I remember kind of missing the rebar gun, to be honest. What am I doing? Black powder. Because the rebar gun just has this really satisfying reload animation, you know, it like chunks the rebar into the gun, and then when you shoot it, it feels like you're shooting just a really hefty chunk of metal at your alien opponents. The rifle is, and maybe it's changed, I don't know, probably hasn't, but the rifle's just not as satisfying. It just kind of is a little pew-pew, feels a little bit more like a BB gun than like a rifle. I would, you know, and it's not quite a machine gun either, so it doesn't have that satisfying, like, Tommy gun vibe. It's more just like a, okay, it takes little pot shots, it can't shoot super fast, but it can shoot faster than the rebar. I don't know. It kind of feels like it would be better either as a machine gun or as, like, a really powerful, kind of almost like a sniper rifle. Like, if you hit the hog enemy, it kills it in one shot, but, you know, it takes a while to reload. Or just have like a machine gun where ammo stacks to like 500 and you can just spew bullets at enemies. I don't know. It's still fun. I'm planning on using it. I probably shouldn't be so negative. Okay, so we'll research that. And then I need... Really? Still don't have enough. I need 17 more. I didn't count. 17 more black powder. Well, I have 15. So I will just wait patiently for 2 more. There's 1. And just kidding. And here's 2. Alright, so we'll do this last research, and we will have completed the whole sulfur chain. In 1 episode, mind you. That feels impressive. Okay, so what... Oh, I can make high-speed connectors. We'll need to do that eventually. So rifle cartridges for 5 ammunition requires a beacon, 10 pipes, 10 black powder, and 10 rubber. So I want to make 100. So that means we need 10 of all this. So we'll need 100 black powder and 100 rubber. Now, why on earth... Riddle me this, everyone. Why on earth would ammunition require rubber? Because they're not rubber bullets, I hope. We're not coming in peace to the aliens. We definitely want to murderize them. So why do I need rubber? That I do not understand. But we only need 100 rubber, so I'll take 100 and then we'll have 200 to hold. And we'll use our handy dandy Tier 4 conveyor belt system to get us around the world quickly. So nice. Gosh, I mean, that's faster than hypertubes. You guys may love hypertubes. Although, I haven't even built a hypertube. I'm going to build a hypertube for you guys. You haven't even seen one yet. So, you set up the entrance. And then you attach the hypertube entrance to... No, I didn't really want it going that way. But then you attach it kind of like up there. Which I think we need to actually be up there. Hypertubes are really cool. They're definitely cool for long distance transport. So we'll just build a hypertube support right here. And we'll have the entrance there. Connect the hypertube. Turn that into an entrance. So then you can power them up, and then all you have to do is walk in front of it, and it kind of like bloop. Sucks you right in, and then launches you. So they are actually a pretty handy way to get around. I just find the constant power draw to be a huge downside, because 10 megawatts... That's actually a significant amount of power. You know, an entire coal generator only gives you, where are they? 75 megawatts. So you can only have 7.5 hypertube entrances from an entire coal generator. It just feels a little bit punishing, I think is the right word for it. Oh, I need the black powder. So it feels a little bit punishing to me. I'm not a huge fan. of them just because of how much power they take, especially now that you can do the zip line. The zip line is an easy way to gain vertical speed. It used to be, I'm just gonna power this up, or speed this up. It used to be that the hypertubes were a great way to get vertical distance very easily, but now that you can just do the zipline wire thing, I'm like, what? That costs 0 power and is just as fast, I think. Hypertubes might be slightly faster, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just an old man yelling at the clouds. Alright, so I need 100 black powder for the amount of ammunition I want to make. So I need another stack of sulfur. Then I can craft 50. Or 100? I forget how much. I think it's 2 sulfur per black powder. Yeah, so we'll just craft till we get to 100, and then I'll craft some ammo, and we can go shoot some aliens. And maybe blow up some aliens. I don't remember... I haven't used Novelisks a ton in the past. I don't even remember if they damage aliens or not. So we'll have to try that out. Oh, man. There we go. 100, and now I'm short on steel pipes, of course. Alright, let's try again. There we go, 50 rifle cartridges. That is the tough thing about rifle cartridges, is they need beacons. And beacons also need 4 things. So if you want to automate rifle cartridges, you have to create 2 manufacturers with, you know, all kinds of different items that you don't generally need in other stuff. It's just kind of a pain in the butt. So that's maybe one of the other reasons that I struggle with the rifle. Okay, but we've got our expanded tool belt, and we've officially researched the entire sulfur chain. That feels good. And now we will... Oh, I don't have a rifle. I need a rifle to shoot rifle cartridges. Okay, where did it go? Where is it? Rifle. So we just need 250 screws, and we should be good to go. Alright. So we'll craft our rifle, and then we'll go shoot some aliens. Test out our new toy. Sweet! It's got the little fix-it chain on it. That's fun. Okay, so each shot is 1 rifle cartridge, which is not maybe, I don't know if expensive is the right word, but you saw how much work it was to craft just 50 shots. It's definitely a lot more work than rebar, but here we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it does the same amount of damage as the Xeno Zapper, but you guys see what I mean about it feeling kind of like a pea shooter? It's just not, it's not that satisfying. It's not like the rebar gun, which is just launching giant sticks of metal directly into the aliens' faces. That was rude. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry, Mr. Space Whale Tick thing. I think they're called Space Whale Tick things, officially. Like, by the developers of the game. That's what they call them. I have a jetpack, so I should be able to get this power slug I'm hearing. There you are. Alright, now I want to try the boom booms on the bad guys and see if that works. So let me find some of the indigenous species. Here's some. Oh, That didn't work. Let's try again. I didn't bring very many explosives, so I gotta make it count. Hey guys, come over here. Oh, there's another one. Ha! That was awesome. So it does seem to work. Now that's satisfying, I gotta say. That made me very happy. Maybe I'm cruel, but that was very entertaining. Now the thing I do like about the rifle is it's a precision weapon. You know, like it aims perfectly, so it's easy to kind of pick enemies off from a distance, which I really enjoy. But, fine, I'll grab you. I just wish they did something. This game's been in early access for so long, and I've collected those things 1,000 times. Okay, I don't know about 1,000, but 100 times, and they've never done anything for me. Okay, so here's a chance where I could either pick up my Blade Runners, or I could say, let's do the lazy thing, and we'll build a couple foundations, and I will just make conveyor poles. I'll just launch myself with the jetpack. And this is probably faster than walking all the way back to base. Because we keep that full speed all the way back. Look at that. That was perfect. Alright, well that was a fun little excursion to test out our new sulfur toys, and we can now blow up rocks, which is handy. So next time I go on an expedition for hard drives, I will need to make sure to bring along some explosives. And probably sometime in the next few days, I'll just make a bunch of rifle cartridges off screen, you know, maybe like 600 or something crazy, where I just won't need to craft them again for a long time. Oh man, so check this out. It's the same thing with rebar. Black powder crafts in 1 tick in the equipment workshop, which is twice as fast as the 2 ticks from the regular crafting bench. Which is weird. It's weird that some things can craft here and other things can't. Rifle cartridges still require 5 ticks. Were they 5 over here? They're 10. Okay, interesting. So I can craft things faster by hand in the equipment workshop. That's actually worth knowing. So if I want to make more rifle cartridges, I want to make them in here rather than over there. So that's helpful to know. Okay, so sulfur I no longer need to have in here now that I've got it automated. I just use that chest to store things that I don't have infinity of. And I'll get rid of... Oh, yeah, I can't do leaves. I'll just get rid of these leaves. Okay, so I think I'm in a good place right now. We've got all our sulfur stuff finished. I think the next thing I want to do is fuel. Get a couple of fuel generators. So we can easily meet our power needs. I think I'm going to do that real quick. Currently, I'm just wasting fuel. Okay, so we have motors, so we need computers. How many? So for 1 fuel generator, we need 5 computers, 10 frames, 15 motors. I'm planning on only making 2 right now. So I think we're good on that. I just need some heavy frames. Okay, that should do it. So we'll make 2 fuel generators. And I do think I'm ready to now set up the alternate recipe so I can turn all of this heavy oil, Or at least, okay, so that fuel is going to make rubber. Why is there no plastic coming in? Actually, what's happened here? This should not be... Oh, I just never connected it back up. Like a dingus. Okay. Well, that's why we aren't getting rubber anymore. Easy problem to fix. Okay, and now I need... What do I need? I need packages. So we need just a quick constructor. Probably right here. With a storage container in front of it. And we need to split plastic, go in, you make empty canisters. Okay. So we just need canisters to start building up. And we've got plenty of plastic. So this can only use 30 per minute anyway. And I think we're making like 200 per minute, so we should be fine on plastic. And then over here, we will make our first fuel generators. So we'll extend this a few squares. I don't actually know how far we need to go. Try that. Okay, I need to keep something different equipped. That doesn't make noise every time I switch from building to not building. Okay, so fuel generator. Oh, these are big boys. Okay, I forgot how big they were. Okay, so we'll start by building one on this side. So that takes up 2 and like a half. Can I fit another one? Let's see. No, there's just not enough room between them. So it looks like we need one more set of foundations here. Now we'll put it lined up with the other one, but as far as we can away. So that leaves some space in the middle. And now what I need is kind of a weird combination of things. So I need a refinery making diluted packaged fuel. And then I think I want to speed this up with some overclocking to do 120 per minute. And then we need packaging and unpackaged. So we need some crazy packaging stuff going on here. Packager. Here we are. So we need a packager outputting packaged water. Is that right? Yeah, 60 per minute. But that's overclocked, so this would need to be overclocked. But I want that to be on this side, because I'm going to need to bring in the water from outside. Okay, and then rather than overclocking, I'll just build 2 of them. So the water will come in, and then we'll have a merger, merging. Okay, I really need to pick with Mark 3s unless I need Mark 4s. Okay, so that should do it for packaged water. And then the empty canisters will come from unpackaging. So that will be 2 of these. And these will be unpackaging fuel. Yeah, okay. So then the conveyor belt will come around to the side. And we'll have a splitter. Probably right there's fine. Don't need 2 splitters. And we will unpackage the fuel. Wait. That's the wrong recipe. Not packaged fuel. I'm going to unpackage fuel. So we're taking the packaged fuel that gets made and we're getting empty canisters out. And then those empty canisters need to go on a merger journey. Okay, it needs to be 1 square over. And those will go back over to the water packing. So this is kind of a closed loop, as you can see. That'll be a splitter. So then the empty packaging stuff will come back in here. But we do need water, which, do I have the materials? Yeah, I do. So I can build a water extractor. I think we'll go up here. So let's see if I can build a power pole up there. Guess we'll do a foundation sticking out. Power pole on the edge of that. Power line. Brought down. Zipline tool needs to be in my hands. The nice thing is I can jetpack up to a zipline. Okay, so we've got plenty of water over here. This should be easy to extract. Water extractor. I'll face it this way so I can line up a bunch in the future if I need to. And then I want to do this with avoiding the need for a head lift, if possible. So I'm going to build some foundations. And we'll go kind of around the edge. And we'll connect that in so it looks like it has some amount of physical ability to actually withstand gravity. And then I'll put some stackable pipeline supports here. And I think that's low enough that we won't need any head lift for this. I hope. Doesn't tell you, but I think these can handle up to 10. Does it tell you in here? Production water, yeah, allows fluid to be transported 10 meters upwards. So I think that's less than 10 meters. I really hope it doesn't tell you. And then we'll just have some more pipeline supports here. Connect that up. And then right here. And I wonder how far this pipe can actually go. I can only get down to about here. So I'm doing 4 just so I can stay up a little bit higher for that one. And I'm gonna do, I guess I can't do the vertical mode. I wish I could do the vertical mode where it goes down first and then comes over, but you can't. So conveyor default or the other one, I guess it doesn't matter. And then we just need the water to come to here. bring that over, and finally bring that to this guy. Throw a junction on it. Oh right, and we need to connect our power. So we'll connect our power line up to those guys. And connect this power line to other power lines. That one's actually at 7 out of 7, believe it or not. Okay, we're most of the way there. Oh shoot, I thought I was going to land on that pipe. Whew, that was close. Almost just fell off the map, no big deal. Okay, so that's starting to spin up, so that means we've got water. And we should see water coming in here in a second. Maybe. Any second now. Come on, baby. Maybe. Oh, there it is. Small amount. It'll take a second to get up to the full flow rate. It kind of has to saturate the pipe. But now we've got water, and we just need to feed the system some empty canisters. And then we need to feed this building heavy oil residue. So that heavy oil residue will come from here. And I feel like I should be elevating this a little bit so it's not kind of in the way. And then we need to power this up. Okay, maybe not on that side. You know, a cool quality of life, like visual thing, would be if there was more than one power connection on a building and it would automatically pick the one that has, like, that's the closest to the power pole you connected to. That would be pretty neat. But yeah, okay, so we've got heavy oil in here, and then we just need the packaged water, which just means we need packaging. And then that outputs the packaged fuel, which then gets connected. So all I need is some packaging, which is why I automated it a few minutes ago. So this way I can just grab, I'm going to say just all of it, and we'll see if that's enough. I think that'll be enough for the whole system. Because we've got 2 input buildings, 2 output buildings. That's 400, plus all the amount that can fit on the belts themselves. So we just need to start by feeding our water packagers a stack each. Ooh, one of our power supplies is draining. Okay, so there's our water being packaged, and that's getting mixed with some heavy oil residue to make a lot of packaged fuel. And then that's going on that belt to get unpackaged. These have no power. Let's fix that. So then those are unpackaging fuel. Beautiful. Sending out the packages, and then we need to combine okay, I have to do this a different way. I'll start with this. Is that 2 squares up or 3 squares up? Looks like 2 is correct. And then we'll just have a junction right there. And a junction junction directly in the middle, is that right? Nope, that's too far to the side. I think that does it. Okay, so now we've got some fuel. And now we need to connect these to power. Which, as always, I'm not sure where the actual power connection is. It's on the back. So we'll connect that one there. And then this guy will connect on this side. And now we've got some fuel generators running. Oh wow. So fuel is very efficient. Why did this stop? Oh, I bet I ran out of packages. No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, we ran out of heavy oil. And I ran out of heavy oil residue because I don't need any more plastic. Oh, you know what I need to do is remove the petroleum coke making. Turn that guy on standby for a second. That should help a little bit. We are still using some of it to make fuel for rubber. But I'm kind of impressed at how little fuel these use to make 150 megawatts. Because I've set this up to be able to handle 120 fuel per minute, which is 10 of these, which makes 1,500 megawatts, which is 1.5 gigawatts, and all of that only requires 60 heavy oil residue per minute, which we could easily make. If you remember, there's even a formula's the wrong word, a recipe, I think. Yeah, we can just directly make heavy oil residue from crude oil. So we can make a ton of power by doing that and then turning that into diluted packaged fuel. So 3 oil, 3 crude makes 4 heavy oil. 4 heavy oil makes 8 packaged fuel. So the ratio is 3 to 8. So I'm going to extend these foundations just a little bit so we can fit another pair of fuel refineries. Or fuel generator, I mean. Okay, we need more motors, of course. I'm out of motors. But yeah, so that definitely helped our power production. We're using quite a bit. This refinery alone is 90 megawatts, so I kind of just required more out of my factory. So I probably need one of those fuel generators just to make up for the power it takes to make all the fuel. But we still end up with a large net power production. I just need to grab some more motors here. And probably computers. Just make sure we have a full stack. Same with heavy frames. 3 stacks of beams. Just kind of restock on everything here. 2 stacks of steel beams. Stack of pipes. Stack of rotors. Get our iron rods and steel plates and reinforced plates and regular wire, copper sheets, concrete, and cable. Alright, beautiful. And we'll fly our way back. Gosh, we can make it all the way over here with just one little jetpack flight. Okay, and then I think I want to give these guys another stack of canisters just to make sure we have enough in the system that we're not getting slowed down by empty canister issues. And then we need a couple more fuel generators. Oh, rubber. I need 50 rubber for a fuel generator too. Okay, well we can do that. All right. And this is not even using, you know, I want to point out, this is not using any of my crude oil directly for fuel. This is just using the byproducts of making plastic and rubber. What I probably will do sooner or later is use that entire 300 per minute crude oil pipe that we didn't even touch yet. We brought in 2 pipes of crude oil, right? I'll use that other pipe entirely for fuel. And that will probably give me enough fuel for like the rest of the game, I would guess. or at least close to it. Because if we're turning all of that into fuel, we're gonna get 800 fuel per minute. So one of these requires 12. So that means 120 would be 1500 megawatts, and we're doing that times like 6 to 7. So we'd be getting over 10 gigawatts of power, if that puts it in perspective. Just from one 300 crude oil per minute line. It's pretty impressive, for sure. I might have done the math wrong there, but I think that checks out. Alright. So that should help. Our power production is finally up above our power consumption, which is a good feeling. Our batteries were starting to run out of juice, and now they are charging rather than being depleted, which is good. The one thing I'm slightly worried about is now heavy oil can back up again. Don't know if it will. But this whole system is kind of finicky because I turned off petroleum coke. And I don't really have an easy way to say, hey, I want to use petroleum coke only if we have full heavy oil in this pipe. Why are you here? Go away. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Get out of here. Yeah, so there's just no way to easily... I think you can use verticality maybe as a priority system for liquids, where we could have the heavy oil kind of go straight to this one, and then we have it go up. Oh, he just ran through me. We could have it go up like 5 meters and then over and then down to go into the petroleum coke, so then it would kind of by default flow. At least I think that's how it works, is it kind of follows gravity and what you'd think. So like right now, the priority is actually this building, because it's going to flow flat and down before it flows up this little incline to get over here. I think that's how it works. I'm not 100% sure. If you know more about the fluid mechanics in this game, feel free to let me know in the comments. But yeah, so we've got some fuel going. Our power, even though it's not a ton of extra, we at least have extra, which is the first time for a while. We've used up a lot of our batteries. And we have all of our explosives and rifle cartridges. We did the entire sulfur chain. We got Caterium mining going. we've accomplished a lot in one stream, but I think I'm going to call it a day. So thank you guys for being here, and feel free to catch me on Twitch in the future. If you have any ideas for the stream, feel free to let me know. And if you're watching this VOD on YouTube, thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments. So let me just fly back to base here, and then I'll go ahead and log off. Oh, I missed. It's embarrassing. Alright, I will see you guys next time.